Today I'll show you my $15,000 studio, the space that I create my content. Now don't mind me saying studio because it's also my bedroom, like I'm using my space efficiently. I'm gonna show you the desk at the end because that's the part that you wanna watch, but maybe I'll show it immediately. I don't know, you have to watch till the end so you can see, you never know when I'm gonna show it. Now when we first enter the room and turn to the right, there is my bookshelf, like this. On top of the bookshelf is my old camera and my lenses and stuff. My old camera, this one, of course my new camera is the one that's shooting this video right now, the Sony FX30, and this one here is my old first camera, the Canon EOS 200D. I mean, I bought this camera for about 500 years at the time. It is a camera with a flip screen and that feature is a game changer when shooting alone. These lenses are for this camera. This is Canon's 50mm f1.8 lens. This is Tokina's ATX 11-16mm zoom lens and it's an f2.8 lens. Then there is a Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens, the one that is attached to the camera right now. Of course you don't actually see 16mm right now because it's a crop camera, but well, let's not go into that technical stuff. There is also this 18-50mm f2.8 zoom lens that you see here. Then there are a couple of SD card adapters here. This is the lens cap for the lens that I'm shooting right now. This is the battery for this camera and this battery is the second battery of this camera that I'm currently shooting with. Then there is a shotgun microphone here, the Rode Video Micro I think. I have a sunset lamp like this, bought it but I don't use it much to be honest. I use it for a while though, but I don't use it that much now. Then there is a really cool Ford Mustang Lego here. I was not someone who was into Legos before, but I was curious about them. I wanted to make one and I found this nice Mustang and I bought it. It looks really good in my opinion. What do you think? Then we have this fake plant here and right under the Mustang is my old laptop. It's a MacBook Pro, the Intel processor. I don't know the exact specs, but anyway, here's my phone. Here's my second phone. Why do I have two phones? Well, different countries and stuff. Let's not go into the details. Next, I didn't know where to put the phone boxes, so I put them here, they look nice, not bad. I also bought this as a souvenir when I went to Paris. It's nice. There's this gamepad right under it, some lens filters right there. This is an ND filter. The one underneath, it is also an ND filter. All three of these are ND filters. The mist filters that I have are already attached to the lenses. Then this bag is from my Rode Wireless Go 2 microphones. I'm currently using one of them. Then we have some more stuff, blah blah blah, yeah, and there are books below. No need to go into that much, I think. Top of the wardrobe, yeah, if we continue, there are these paintings here on the wall with my precious YouTube play button. Damn, doesn't that look gorgeous? And I have the light here. So I put two paintings like this to the wall so it wouldn't look so empty. I mean, they don't mean anything by the way. I bought them because I just liked how they looked. And a creativity painting like this because I love doing a creative job. Then there is a Gooby floor lamp here to light the background. If we continue over there, I have this shelf in the corner. I mean, there's not much here to talk about. There is this one PSP, if you know, you know, and more stuff, nothing special. And moving on to the table, here is my workspace where I create masterpieces and write legends and play Minecraft occasionally. Now, in order not to miss anything, I will start from the left and go to the right. On the far left are my tripods. I have two tripods and one like this. Then I got my MacBook here. This is my new MacBook by the way. The old one was as I said, it was here. I started not being able to do some of my editing work on the old one because it was a bit old and its specs were low. It wasn't very useful for me in the editing section, so I bought a new one and it really relieved me. It's the M2 Pro, 32GB of RAM and the 14-inch one. Then there are the new headphones I bought right here, the Sony XM5s. They have great sound quality with some pretty damn good noise cancellation. You put them on and you're on a different planet. Right behind it, I have a notebook where I keep deep state secrets. I keep many things there, such as my account information that I don't keep digitally. If I lose that notebook, it would be a problem to be honest. Then I have my microphone here. This microphone is the Beacon microphone. It's not a very well-known brand, but I bought it because I liked its shape and its sound quality is quite good. The microphone is only sold in England, I think, and it's not that cheap by the way. I need to oil this thing. Moving on, there is my mousepad here. I think it's called desk pad or desk mat, which is much bigger than a mousepad. I bought it from Amazon. I don't think it has a brand. It was something affordable, but not a branded thing either. Then there is an Apple Magic Keyboard here. Why did I buy an Apple Magic Keyboard? Because it is a bit expensive, just like any other Apple product. But after using MacBook for a while, I really liked the feeling of the MacBook keyboard and the Magic Keyboard well, they are the same. You know, I really like the feeling you get when you're typing on this keyboard. That's why I bought it. And because it's a wireless keyboard, it looks nicer. Of course, my mouse is wired. I thought about switching to a wireless mouse, but I'm happy with the mouse right now. That's why I haven't changed it. But of course, they don't fit aesthetically, but at least they do the job. It's really nice to have extra customizable keys on it. I pay attention to these kind of things when I buy a mouse. Then I have an iPad right here. I use my iPad very productively. I do so much drawing on this thing. I mean, instead of always carrying around a MacBook and watching something, I can easily watch something on this because it's easier to carry. I also have a PlayStation gamepad right next to it. I use it when gaming with friends. It's a nice gamepad, not much to say. Then we come to monitors. I have two monitors. This is my main monitor and this is my second. This actually is a television, by the way. This is a 144Hz 24-inch monitor and this is a 21-inch 60Hz television. Here's the remote control. I can do all of my work from this monitor anyway. This is just like a side monitor that I use for convenience while I'm doing my work. I know they don't look very aesthetically pleasing. Does it make my job easier? Yeah, it does. But I'm doing something, I can move it to the side, or when I'm editing a video, I need to look at stuff from the side. It does the job. Then, next to the monitors, I have an Elgato light right here that shines like the sun. This is my main light. This is a light that I use in most of my videos. If I were to take a diagonal shot, you would see that there is a grid attached to it. Normally, Elgato does not sell such a grid. It does not come with the product, or they don't sell it separately either. The solution that I found for this was this. There is a light from the NEN light that is exactly the size of this Elgato light. They produce their own grid, so I bought their grid, and since the dimensions matched, I put it on directly. Of course, you can put some tape on the back to keep it tight, and it works well. Then up here is a painting that I got from Gelato. It is a beautiful painting by Michelangelo. Moving on, as you can see, I have a Windows computer right next to it. This is a computer I've been using for a while. I don't know how many years it's been, but it does the job. It has an i5 12400F processor, and as you can see from here, it has an RTX 3060 Ti graphics card, 16GB of RAM. I mean, it would be better if it was 32, to be honest. Much better for video editing, but I haven't had any problems so far, since I also use my MacBook for editing. But sometimes I do wish I could change the colors of the RGB lights inside, but unfortunately, there's no such option. That's why it looks so colorful. And like, since there are a lot of lights in my room, when I change the color of these lights, I sometimes want to change these lights to match the atmosphere of the room, but of course I can't. That's a shame. Anyway, then I have a UPS device right next to my PC. This UPS device, for those who don't know, let me explain to you. When the power goes out, it continues to provide power to the computer for a short time, for about 5-10 minutes. This is something that is useful to prevent damage to the hardware of your computer in the event of a sudden power outage. Like, did the power go out? If you are working on something, the computer does not shut down immediately, you do not lose your project. You see, when the power goes out, it starts beeping and you can save your project. You shut down your computer normally, safely, and everything is intact without any problems. It is a good thing to have if you don't have one already. You should get one. Then there are two hard drives. This is a 1TB hard drive if I remember correctly, and this is a 2TB hard drive that I bought recently. If you're doing video work like me, you need a lot of storage. You know, there's storage inside my computer. There is these two. There is my MacBook. Of course, there's one that burned here too. You do need space. Oh, and there are these wired headphones too. These are Apple's earbuds. When I don't want to wear over-ear headphones all the time, I wear these as wired headphones. I mean, you can say like, don't you have AirPods or something, but AirPods are not good for video editing because of the latency and delay. Now, by the way, I didn't mention the desk while going from left to the right. The desk is one that I'm really happy with. As you can see from here, it is a height adjustable desk. For example, if I click on 2, the desk goes up like this and I can work like this without having to sit down. I mean, as someone who spends a lot of time working on a computer, being able to get up and work is good for your health. Now, don't get too hung up on the cables. I was abroad. I came home for a week and I'm leaving again in a couple of days. That's why I didn't touch the cables at all. By the way, speaking of sitting and health, let's talk about my chair. It's an ergonomic office chair. Now, about gaming chairs, I don't really like gaming chairs. I don't really like the designs, to be honest. I like the designs of these ergonomic office chairs better. Now, there is no brand on this one, to be honest. I can't say where I bought it or anything. I did a video on one of my channels many years ago, but this chair is at least 3 years old. I bought it for about 80 euros. I think it was an unbranded chair. I don't know, man. My budget was lower back then. I wasn't making that much money. It has been working for me though. It is very comfortable. The height can be adjusted. It can be tilted back. It has neck support and everything. Lastly, I want to mention this new C-stand that I bought. As you can see, there is a weight part here. The weight part, when you attach something to this end, you know, a according to physics. You attach it here so that it doesn't fall down. You put an extra weight to balance it. The reason I bought this is because sometimes I attach my camera up here and I can shoot videos from the top. You know, it spices things up, it looks good. And I also have a smart UV table lamp here. This light is really good. I can change the colors and it can even have effects such as candle, fire, clouds, rainbow, so much. When you have money, you can spend it on silly things. I mean, not silly, like, it looks good. And this is my studio. And since this is my job, I find it like quite reasonable to spend money here. Like, it's an investment. That's how I make my money. Actually, I want to put an Apple Studio display right here. But like, then I'm thinking like, I'm paying almost 2K and I'm getting a 60Hz monitor. Like, is it actually worth it? Like, I'll still have a gaming monitor for whenever I need it, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. I would really appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to the channel, particularly if you're interested in creating content and in content creation. I'm planning to make more videos about these topics, so you can subscribe for more.